These dark days call for crimson nights, so when the sun sets, the crimson moon rises.
Good evening, Crimson Knights, and welcome to the stream. Good to see everybody. Hope that you're having a good Memorial Day weekend. Thank you to all those who have served. Appreciate you. I know up here, at least in the Northeast, it's been a very rainy and relatively cold weekend, unfortunately, so been trying to make the most of it, but you know, it hasn't been the best weekend. Basically hasn't been the best weekend from a weather standpoint, but we had a good weekend. It was restful, we did fun things, so excited to be here with you tonight, Crimson Knights, playing some more Final Fantasy XIV, continuing with the main story. We had a good time last night. Ended up linking up with Citrian and Beaks. They both were able to get on because they had off today. And we got back-to-back wins in Warzone, so that felt really good. Very happy about that. But I'm excited to get back into Final Fantasy XIV tonight with you, Crimson Knights. We're in the Heavensward DLC expansion. And we're just going to keep on grinding through the content of this game. Enjoying it. We're trying to make progress. Let's get into it. Mountaintop diplomacy. Alphino seems convinced that the Moogles hold the key to finding Heavensward. Confound it. Could we but enlist the aid of one of the local Moogles? I am certain Heavensward would not elude us for long. Though the eye enables me to sense the presence of dragons, I can only identify Nidhogg's with any certainty. We could wander the mist for days and not know if we are any closer to his brood brother. And those are days we cannot well afford to squander. Shall we divide our forces then? Lady Isael, might I ask you to question any dragons whom you judge it safe to approach? I shall try, yet I fear the influence of Nidhogg's rage will render most of the Dravanians in the area deaf to reason. And what of you, Master Alphino? I've not yet given up on the Moogles. Crimson, come with me to Gridania. I mean to petition the aid of the Moogles' kin in the Twelveswood. After that business with Moogle Mog, I dare say they will be glad to help us. Assuming you have no need of me, I shall remain here. Nidhogg senses both the loss of his consort and the coming of the Eye, and his attention is firmly fixed in this direction. I mean to do what I can to hold his gaze, in the hope that it might delay any action against Ishgard. Thank you, Estinian. Come then, Crimson. Let us make haste for Gridania, and rendezvous at Nafika's altar. But I neglected to tell you, there's an aetheryte of ancient construction here which should make the return journey rather less arduous. Pray do not forget to use it. Roger that. We don't want to miss out on our fast travel opportunities, do we? Alright, so we gotta go to Nafika's altar. Now, I am confused, though. I am a little confused. What's this etheric disturbance? Concealing magics are at work. Alright, well, presumably we'll be back here, so... I think I already attuned whatever I need to attune to, hopefully. To the Black Shroud. Actually, I wonder, can I use return? I wonder where my home point is sent. To New Gridania, there you go, it's still New Gridania. So we get a free fast travel to where we need to go. Alright, and that takes like 10 minutes to recharge. Alright, Nafika's altar is over here. Nafika's altar. Alright, here's Alphino. I found him. I sent word to the Elder Seedseer upon arriving in Gridania, and I'm pleased to report that she has agreed to grant us an audience. If anyone can help us to contact the Twelveswood Moogles, it is she. We're expected to the Lotus Stand. I trust you're familiar with the Conjurer stationed at its entrance. Indeed, the Silent Conjurer. The Elder Seedseer awaits you. Pray follow me. I bid you welcome, friends. The Admiral spoke of having met with you, but 'tis no less of a relief to see you safe and hale with mine own eyes. We humbly thank you for agreeing to receive us upon such short notice, my lady, and for all you've done for us in our absence. Would that it was solely to express our gratitude that we came to you this day. By the way, I love Alfino's new outfit. Much better. Much better. Definitely an upgrade. Alas, the tides of battle yet dictate our comings and goings. Elder Seedseer, we would beg your wisdom in a matter that may finally bring an end to the Dragon's Song War. Speak on, friend. Hold on. Just wanted to turn on the fan, get a little air moving here. I see. So you seek a means to contact these Moogles of the Churning Mists. Kupo-po-po! I say Kupo! Greetings, Kuplakop! To what do we owe the pleasure of your company? Oh, sorry, she said that. I used the wrong voice. I was struck by the sudden urge to bring you some fruit, Connie, and I'm jolly glad I did. Tell me more about these Moogles in the sky, Kupo. I will gladly tell you all I know, though it amounts to precious little. We encountered a Moogle high in the clouds of Dravania, and had hoped that you and your kin in the Twelveswood might agree to facilitate a meeting. Pray correct me if I'm mistaken, Kuplo, but there are legends, are there not, which speak of Moogles who dwelled beyond the clouds? Indeed there are, Kupo! Long, long ago, back when the world was still young. They say my ancestors served the gods up in the heavens. Of course, that was before their masters took to bickering like spoiled children. Ah yes, the tale of good King Moggle Mog the 12th. He's revered for holding fast to a rope of miraculous length that his subjects might climb down from the sky and escape to the world below. Ignoring the more fanciful aspects of the tale, it may well be that Kuplo's ancestors hailed from the Churning Mists. Given how long his kin have resided in the Twelveswood, it's perfectly possible that the details of their history have faded into myth. Indeed, Master Alfino, such stories oft contain a measure of truth. 'Tis like that the Moogles of the Churning Mist tell similar tales of the world below. I can well imagine why the one you encountered fled at your approach. Oh, fleeing second nature to us. We often hide when the larger races come tramping through the forest. Of course, when there's one Moogle, there's bound to be more. That's what they say about mice and rats. Which is why I've decided to take a trip to the clouds, Kupo. They surely won't be afraid to talk to me. I was hoping you might say that, Master Kuplo. You will accompany us, then? Just you try and stop me, Kupo. I'll admit, the thought of venturing outside the Twelveswood is a bit unsettling, but I can hardly refuse a chance to meet my distant cousins. If you will have me, I too will accompany you on this venture, and lend my voice to your cause as an ambassador of Gridania. No way! But my lady, are you quite certain? How oft has our nation turned to the scions of the Seventh Dawn in its hour of need? How oft have we asked the Warrior of Light to risk his life to save our own? Full many times, I say to you, and never have they refused us. Thus do I choose this day to offer mine aid to our allies for the good of the realm. Like, no, that's a terrible idea. Is this not just? Yes, ma'am. A most unexpected and most welcome offer, Elder Seedseer. We would be honored by your presence. Pray return to the summit and inform our companions of these developments. I will serve as the Elder Seedseer's guide on the journey back to Somal. It being a path I've already trodden, I do not anticipate any great difficulties. Besides, we shall have the Elder Seedseer's personal guard to escort us. All right. What level are we right now? We are level... I don't know. Level 65. All right, we're level 65. Well, okay. And then I am currently using a level 58 birch longbow. So what I kind of want to check out is... kind of want to see if there's like a better weapon for me. Also, like, what level are these things? This is level 50. This is level 50 gear. I mean, is that still the best gear that I can get at this level? I would think that I could get something better, right? Can you not organize by level, or is it already organized by level? All right, so I'm level 65. I could use a pine composite bow. Let's just buy it. All right, so I just got a pine composite bow, which is level 64. All right, now let's look at, like... for the bard... Skyrat Harness of Aiming. What is this? For the body? $600K! That's a little bit steep for me. Can't really afford that. Can't really afford that. Now, what is this? This is also for the body. This is level 60. All right, Star Velvet Tabard of Aiming. Or the Icon Cloth Acton of Aiming. What's the difference here? I mean, it just looks like this is better. So I could get this. I could literally buy a perfect one. Right there. Boom. Done. Okay, so that's armor. Just buy all these legs. Kuzu Trousers of Aiming. This is not too bad. Spending money on this stuff. Alright, feet. Tiger Skin Thigh Boots of Aiming. Gyuki Leather Boots of Aiming. Star Spinel Earrings of Aiming. Tiger Skin Tricorn of Aiming. I mean, this isn't too bad. I have all this money. I might as well spend it, right? Okay, so I just bought a bunch of stuff. Now let's do this. Recommended gear. This really only has me upgrading, like, a couple of my things? Like, this is level 77. What did I just buy? I just bought, like, the tricorn Is it because it's not even here? Is that what's going on? It went right in my inventory. That's why. All right, so my armory chest kind of is a problem here. Maritime mirrored sunglasses. Mended Imperial pot helm. Well, anyways. Alright, let's look at the boots. Let's look at the boots. Maritime sandals. Like, this is like a whole outfit, I think. Let's get all the maritime stuff. Maritime shorts. There, maritime thing here. Maritime top. Okay. What's this? Sky Warrior. Woad Sky Warrior's pelt for the head. Okay. Tabard of aiming. This is for the body. Let's put that there. Sorry, guys. We just have to do some, like, inventory management here. What is this? Holy Rainbow Shirt of Aiming. Rainbow Shirt of Fending. Alright, so now if I do recommended gear, there we go. Oh, wow. We look completely different now, Crimson Knights. Look at us. Alright, and I'm thinking we should be, like, significantly stronger, too. Look at us. I mean, we just look like a bard now. We look like a bard and archer. But I like it. We kind of look like Robin Hood or something like that. All right. I'm really happy that we did this. Significantly upgraded our gear and everything. Let's see. Yeah, so now everything is 60 and above. So that's good. Oh, I do have a choker as well as some rings. I have a wrist. Oh, I've got a lot of things on here. So, all right. So maybe I should go back and let's look at the choker and the wrists again, since I am wearing that stuff. Bracelets. Trifane bracelet of aiming. I don't know, man. 50 feels... Teak bracelet of aiming. Man. Right, that feels kind of expensive. Star Spinel Choker of Aiming. Get that. Alright, so we've got that on, but it seems like I didn't equip my Star Spinel ring, huh? So where's that? I got the Yeti Fang Ring of Aiming, but didn't I get a Star Spinel ring, or did I not? Maybe not. Star Spinel Choker of Aiming. Alright, well again, I guess let's look at the bracelets again. I don't know. I don't really want to spend 50k, but I mean, I guess, like... Alright, let's look back at... Oh, maybe what I bought before must have been an earring. That must be what it was. Alright, I didn't buy any rings. Mudhorn Ring of Aiming. How much is this? That's 50k. Jeez, dude. These don't sell very often. I don't know. I guess I could spend 50k on this. I don't know. Alright, so we will replace these. Alright, now we're looking pretty darn good. We might want to repair some of our gear. Just so we're all the way up to snuff. Trying to remember where we can find someone to repair our gear. I think it's this, repairs. All right, our look is different. In some ways it's not as epic, but I still like it. I still like it. All right, here's the mender. Please mend everything. Perfect. All right, so we spent like 200k, but we've got much better gear now. I'm feeling really good. Now let's go back to Dravania. Discover a new location. Okay. Summoning stone? Oh, for Chocobo. Okay. Where am I going? Where am I trying to go? I need to get over here. So how do I get there? This way? So I think if I go this way, it's going to have me go to the Dravanian Forelands. I don't think that's where I want to go. So how do I get here? I don't know. Let's go this way. Let's see where this takes us. I don't know. Let's try out our new weapon. Our new bow. The Scarlet Lecter. All right, we just got everything bound to us for using it. I appear to be poisoned. Somehow I gotta get up there, and it's not clear to me how. Yeah, I gotta get up there. How do I get up there? Because I don't think my chocobo can fly here. Not even the black chocobo can fly. This just doesn't seem like the right way here. Like it's sending me out that way. How do I get here? Did I mess up? Like, was there something that I was supposed to attune that I didn't attune? I don't know. Or is this like an entrance over here, maybe? Oh my gosh, I didn't see this. All right, this is where I gotta go. I didn't see it. Don't judge me. All right, we made it. Well met, Warrior of Light. Nidhogg has not stirred, but he watches us unblinking. Hey, Dogpool. How are you? Did you get off for Memorial Day? The Elder Seedseer herself answers your call. Then there's naught to do but wait. Obviously, we're playing some Final Fantasy XIV tonight. We just upgraded all of our gear and everything, so we've got much better stuff. I'm feeling good. They're here, Crimson. Oh, nice, Dogpool. You did get off. What'd you do with your day off, man? Did you get to rest or do anything fun? We had a good day here. We, I slept in. We cleaned a little bit, which was good. The house is a little cleaner than it was, at the beginning of the weekend, so that feels good. Went to the gym. Oh, and I didn't mention this, but, went to the gym. I ran 3 miles, doing just laps around the little mini track at the Y where we go. And, my ankle held up, so it's still sore. It's like, my ankle's still not better, but it felt fine running on it. So I don't know, man. My ankle's still just like sore and hurts, but I'm able to run on it. So my next Spartan race, my 10K, is in less than 2 weeks. My 10K is in 11 days. So, but I felt good today. I ran 3 miles. I had a faster pace than I usually do. So overall, I felt good. The 3 miles is less than half of what the 10K will be. And there's going to be obstacles and stuff, but I just need to, like, I need to eat, sleep, and train well over these next 2 weeks to be ready. So that felt good. And then, you know, we hung out. We played some games as a family today. Had a good dinner. We had a good day. Overall, we had a good day. So super nice just to have like 3 whole days off. I actually didn't do any work for 3 straight days. And it's basically, excuse me. Feels like it's been 3 or 4 weeks since I've really had a day off. So I was running low. So I really needed this. Felt good. Greetings, my friends. I'm happy to report that our journey was mercifully uneventful. Devoid as the road was of Dravanians, 'twould seem the dragons have abandoned Samal for the churning mists. Elder Seedseer, may I present to you Sir Estinian, Ishgard's Azure Dragoon. 'Tis an honor to meet you, Sir Estinian. I've heard many tales of your order's extraordinary skill and courage. Alright, good. You better be respectful to my queen. Friends, I feel it only right to inform you that we are not alone. The Mughals are all around us, even as we speak, and I should imagine they are more than a little concerned by the horde of strangers that have descended upon their home. Mayhap now would be an opportune moment to introduce ourselves. This should serve. They're hiding, of course, but there's so many of them, Kupo. I am Connie Senna. My companions and I have braved the long road from the Twelveswood to share words with you. On this, the occasion of our first meeting, we bring an offering of light and wind. Mughals are hilarious, dude. Ooh, such a gentle and pleasing glow, Kupo. They all live in this, like, bush. Oh my gosh, that thing's huge! Moglin. I am Moglin, the chieftain of this Mughal clan! Chieftain Moglin, it is an honor to meet you. Greetings, I'm Kuplo Kup, ambassador of the Twelveswood Mughals. A Mughal from the world below? Your hide is of different hue, but that palm is unmistakable. I might need a moment here, Kupo. Dude, this Mughal has chest hair. Look at that. Do you see that right there? This Mughal's got chest hair, dude. My companions were no less surprised to learn of your existence here amongst the clouds. I hope that they did not startle you overmuch in their eagerness to make your acquaintance. Full well can I imagine your wariness. I'm told that men have not walked here in nigh on 1,000 winters. Mayhap you will forgive them their forwardness when I unfold to you the grave matter which first brought them into your midst. My companions crave an audience with the great worm Hraesvelgr, that they might negotiate an end to the war twixt man and dragon. An end to war, you say? I trust you, Connie Senna. The light of peace shines brightly within your soul. Dogpool said, I just relaxed. I got new pipes all over my house the other day and everything seems nice, but my drain for the sink leaked now because they didn't reset a rack to hold it up. Are they gonna like come back and fix it for you or what? I shared this last night, but the sink in our hallway bathroom, it's very old. I don't know if it's original to the house. I don't think it's original to the house, but it is old. All right, and the all the drain pipes as well as the just everything needs to be replaced. But the drain in particular was leaking, and it started getting into our ceiling and everything. So it's like, all right, I got to replace the drain. I'm gonna have to take everything apart. At this point, it's if I'm gonna replace the drain, it's time to just replace the entire vanity and like replace everything. So I need to do that. So it's like leaking drain, you know, all that's gonna cost me is like $1,000. And a day or more of work. But the problem is I can't get the thing up the stairs by myself. So I need to get somebody to help me carry that the new vanity up to the second floor. Because I just can't do it myself. I don't think I can. It's not too bad. Like, it is 220 pounds. I can lift it up the floor all right. Like, but it's just too bulky. Like, I need somebody else to help me. So I can't really fix anything until I get somebody to help me carry that thing upstairs. And what I should do is I should just pay somebody to do it, but I won't because I'm cheap. I think I could do it myself, so I'm just gonna endure the pain to save some money. But I'm afraid the same cannot be said of your friends. To be plain, we did not hide ourselves because they were the first of your kind to be seen here in 1,000 years. Well, not only because of that, we hid because we smelled dragon blood. These skies are home to many, many dragons. While some crave peace, such as Hraesvelgr, many others crave the opposite, such as Nidhogg. Suffice it to say, we're worried that the presence of your blood-spattered warrior friends will attract the attention of the nastier kind and invite destruction into our happy home. No. Now, just a moment, Chieftain. Crimson here may have doled out the odd thrashing or two, but it's always been for a really good reason. Definitely a good reason. He's a champion of the 12'swood Moogles, and I'll not hear his good name slandered! Now, Ambassador, let's not ruffle each other's fur. I shall, of course, take your testimony into consideration. If I may, Chieftain, there's little room for trust twixt strangers. Might we not take this opportunity to learn more of each other? The little Koopos agree. An excellent suggestion, Kupo. In the interests of fostering friendship and keeping an eye on you, I extend to you the hospitality of Mogholm. Prove yourselves worthy of our assistance and it will be yours. I shall be watching, Kupo. Dogpool said, the new PEX pipe thing's really cool. Much better than my galvanized ones. That all hit me about 4,000 all done, though, so all good. Just gotta get this thing done. Dude, well, one, yes. PEX is, you definitely, you want a professional to do it, because you don't want to mess PEX up. But it is really cool. Really versatile. And relatively cheap, I guess. I don't have PEX in my house, but I know I have friends who have done it in theirs. But man, 4,000 is not bad to replace your pipes. 4,000? I mean, Looks like you got a really good deal, dude. Look at this Moogle. Tell me, in the world down below, do all of your kind look so different from one another? It must be terribly disconcerting. What was it Kuplo Cop called you again? Crimson? Your names are as odd as your appearance. Have you ever considered a nice Moogle name? Moglin's taken, by the way, Kupo. As are Mogan, Mogmug, and Mogwin. These being the names of the 3 wise Moogles who administer the momentous challenges that I've devised to measure your worth. I call them the Trials of Trustworthiness. Undertake these trials, and we shall soon see whether or not you are worthy of our aid. Oh, wait. Okay. I could get a titanium bastard sword, a titanium axe, a titanium claymore, or a titanium uchigatana, or piety materia 4. Let's see. I think I'm gonna go with the Dark Knight's arm. All right, let's get the claymore for the Dark Knight. You said it's also a small home, only 1,100 square feet. Yeah, obviously, I mean, that makes it a lot more doable. But still, I mean, you know, replacing your pipes with PEX, 4,000 all in, I mean, that is very affordable. I feel like you got a good deal. All right, let's talk to Morgan. Morgan's trial. Morgan would test your trustworthiness with a trial. Hello. Yes, I am Morgan, the foremost alchemist in Morghorn. You must know. If your tummy's gloopy or your wings are droopy, I have a potion to fix that. Or, I would if I didn't keep running out of ingredients. Luckily, you're here to do my trial. Yes. Go forth, mighty adventurer, and mightily pluck 3 sprigs of cloud's breath for me. You'll find it blooming near the entrance to Al Tome. It's not the safest of places, so don't let yourself be too distracted by the pretty flowers, Kupo. We might as well get all these going. Let's get all these trials going. Mogmug's trial. Mogmug would test your trustworthiness with a trial. Yes. You have the pleasure of speaking with Mogmug. I know. I'm the fluffiest, most enchanting creature you've ever laid eyes upon, Kupo. It isn't easy being this adorable. I can barely take a stroll outside without those relentless Travanians throwing themselves at me. Why, they look as if they might just gobble me right up. In any case, fleeing their overbearing adulation's growing a bit tiresome. Your trial, sir, is this. Find these ardent archaeosaurs and slap some manners into them, Kupo! Perhaps a firm smack on the snout will teach them to appreciate my charm from afar. Violent little Moogle. Mogwin. Mogwin would test your trustworthiness with a trial as well. Mogwin's the name, and art is my game. When it comes to painting, there are none in Mogholm who can match my talent with a brush, Kupo. I know why you've come. Chieftain Moglin's demanded that I test your trustworthiness. But as I trust no one to create art that will satisfy me, I instead charge you with retrieving a masterpiece I seem to have misplaced. It was an ambitious and innovative work, guaranteed to fetch at least 4 Kupo nuts on the open market. You must find it. Question the masses. Surely a pebble painted with such vibrant color and unmistakable panache cannot have escaped the notice of every Moogle in Mogholm. We're gonna get to the freaking bottom of this, dude. Mogomo.
Mogwin's missing his masterpiece, Kupo? Oh, you mean that paint-smeared mess of a pebble? I've not seen it recently, a fact for which my eyes are profoundly grateful.
You all better be real thankful for this voice acting, okay? I can only eat in my sleep, Kupo. Should I turn the sound up some? Is it... I don't know. Maestro Mogwin's misplaced his masterpiece, Kupo. Oh, happy day! If I'm the swifter in finding it, I'll soon have a genuine Mogwin for the price of a little perspiration. Honestly, who has 4 Kupo nuts just lying about to spend on such luxuries? Oh, your custom sound. You're right, dude. I gotta make that for you. I apologize. You know, I thought about it today, and then I honestly just forgot. I apologize. Please forgive me, Dogpool. I got you. All right? Insulting the British, we'll have it. I don't know much about his stone, but I do know Mogwin's been creeping out the back way to Somal's summit from time to time, Kupo. Maybe he left it up there. Get me up there before somebody steals this pebble. Wait. What? Now it's saying go down? What? Oh, speak with Mogwin? Okay, never mind. Now it just wants me to go talk to Mogwin. I was gonna go find the pebble, dude. Well, what did you find out, Kupo? Yes. Now that you mention it, I do seem to recall leaving my pebble out in the sun to dry. The second part of the trial commences. Go, adventurer, and retrieve my masterpiece before some art-starved admirer swipes the stone for himself. These Moogles is crazy, dude. Moogles is straight up crazy. Wait, I have to go up even higher? Wait, now there's Moogles everywhere, dude. Mender of sticks. Oh, it does repairs. Emptier of purses. Purchase weapons. Alright, all this stuff is like level 54. I don't need that. Alright, but it seems like I have to go even higher. So we gotta figure that out. Can you take me higher? No, but that ramp can. That ramp on the other side can. Ooh, an ether current. Somal's summit. Dude, there are Moogles everywhere right now. Oh, I can just jump up here. Okay, well, there we go. Easy. What are you? What are you doing, Moogle? Oh, this Moogle's like singing or something. I think I found the painted stone. We got the Moogle masterpiece. Now, what else do we have to do? Obtain sprigs of Cloud's Breath. Looks like we have to go all the way over there to do any of this. So. Fair enough, fair enough. I just want to stand beneath. Oh, look at this. It's like a dandelion thing just floating around. I like that. What's Mogmill got to say? I'm gonna build the biggest collection of shiny landlord treasures any Moogle's ever seen, Kupo, and then I'll bask in the envy of everyone in Mogholm. All right. Down we go. Wait. Okay, nope. Guess that's not where I'm supposed to go. That's just me trying to kill myself. That's just me trying to kill myself. In the game, of course. In the game. Do you have it, Kupo? Is my masterpiece safe? An ordinary rock awash with extraordinary color. What that color represents, however, you cannot discern from any angle. Yes, this is my work. Is it not exquisite? I call it Contemplations of Zenith. Thank you, sir. At last I can exchange my art for those delectable Kupo nuts. Chieftain Moglin will hear of this valorous deed. Alright, I could get a chestnut rod, Damel skin codex, hard silver star globe, or a hard silver rapier, or red mage. Or I could just get savage aim materia. Let's get the hard silver rapier for a red mage. I could see myself doing a red mage on account of it being red. You know what I mean? I could see myself getting down with some red maging. Alright, now let's look at the map here. So, I think this is the way that we want to go. Also, I want to look at this. So, Dark Knight. We haven't even unlocked Dark Knight. But that could be fun. It could be fun to, like, unlock Dark Knight and level it up, you know? I feel like Dark Knight could be... It just sounds awesome. It just sounds awesome, you know? Like, right now I'm a bard. I'm a bard. I do like the ranged attacks, but I would love to be a Dark Knight. That seems like that could be a lot of fun. Oh, you don't say. A hostile presence, eh? Irate Archaeosaur. Probably because I'm trying to kill him. dead, bro. Oh, there's a bull Archeosaur. This kind of makes me want to play Jurassic World Evolution 2. That is a game that I want to go back and kind of actually beat. Because I thought that we had beat it, but then I realized later, like, we didn't even play, like, the real game. So, we had fun with it, but I want to go back and, like, actually play through the rest of the game. Alright, so we gotta find 2 more Cloud's Breaths. Where are they hiding these? None over here, so... let's be up this way. I don't know. I am confused. Like, we got 1 sprig of Cloud's Breath. Oh, okay. Looks like there's one, actually. Somehow I missed that. Crimson Knights, you didn't even say anything, okay? Like... you didn't even say anything. Likely story, Dogpool. Definitely nothing here. Dude, I don't know. Where's the last one? I was like, oh my gosh. I'm gonna be stuck in this hole now. I do not see another one. Maybe it's up there? Can I get up there? Okay, so they're trying to trick me. Look at that. Look at that. I'm killing this thing out of anger. A beast! Mist beast! Oh god, yeah, I just got... this thing paralyzed me, dude. Handful of beast scales. Alright, we got all the sprigs we need, baby. Alright, So let's head on back to complete the trials of the Moogles.
You were able to humble my Javanian devotees? Wonderful! You're as capable as I am captivating, Kupo. Still, my precious perfection does not excuse those louts from pursuing me so mercilessly and their tongues lolling and bellies rumbling. The Javanians and their ilk have much to learn about acceptable acts of admiration.
Alright, so I could get a dark chestnut longbow, except that it's below my level, so let's go with the titanium barreled arquebus for a machinist's arm.
Do you have any trouble finding Cloud's Breath? I do need it quite urgently, you know.
Lack of imagination has led to most white flowers found growing in the skybound regions of Dravania and now Belathia to be named after clouds, this light-petaled specimen being no exception.
Oh yes, these are perfect, Kupo. Now I have the main ingredient for my palm tonic. Speaking of which, how are you feeling, sir? Should you ever feel your palm losing its bounce, then I'm your Moogle, Kupo.
Alright, titanium lance, titanium jamadars, titanium pugions, titanium kite shields for a gladiator paladin. My paladin's only level 38, so we could get this for my paladin. Let's do it! We'll feed the paladin a little bit. You have completed the trials of trustworthiness. Return to Chieftain Moglin and await his judgment. Moglin's judgment. Chieftain Moglin is ready to pass judgment on your trial performance. Crimson, if that is what you insist on calling yourself, you've completed the trials of trustworthiness administered by the taskmasters Mogan, Mogmug, and Mogwin. During these grueling tests of character, I closely observed your conduct, as well as that of your companions. And I am decided, Kupo. Gather your friends before me now, so that I need not repeat myself needlessly. Oh my gosh, I gotta talk to everybody? What the heck? Are these trials over then? My tasks have been little more than household chores. If our hosts elect not to grant their aid after working us like pack chocobos, I shall demand compensation in Kupo nuts out of principle. But I hope it will not come to that. Let us hear the chieftain's verdict, shall we? How go your trials, Warrior of Light? I myself have been sent on a number of expeditions to chastise the local dragon population. Not their chieftain wish to avoid inflaming the Dravanians? Such contradictions aside, our hosts seem entranced by the height of my leap. They compare me to Mog, a lance-wielding Moogle warrior of Eld who also favored such attacks. It's meant as a compliment, I expect, but I doubt these furry lumps could outleap a Karakul lamb, much less a dragoon. Conclude your business here swiftly, Crimson. I like not this place. Standing here in Mogholm, my thoughts turn inevitably to the legend of good King Moggle Mog XII and his seat in the heavens. Like most, I thought it no more than a myth, a story for younglings that grew with the telling. But with every passing moment, I become more certain that we've discovered the origin of the tale. Full eager am I to hear what the chieftain has to say. What sorcery is this, that my heart should stir at mere fluffiness? Crimson, I was... No matter, what is it? Chieftain Moglin's made his decision? Well, let's not keep us waiting then.
We've become such friends, Kupo. My Moogle cousins love to sing and dance as much as I do. Chieftain Moglin's finally come to a decision, has he? Well, I suppose I better flutter over and see him then.
Look at the guard Moogle. Never have I seen such determined workers, Kupo. It would have taken us moons to complete all those dreary chores and niggling errands. And have our labors proven the purity of our intentions, Chieftain? Without a doubt. In fact, there was never really all that much doubt to begin with. You were, after all, already friends with a fellow Moogle. But you see, before any meeting with Heavensward could take place, certain preparations needed to be made. And what better way to help you pass the time than by having you perform all the tiresome tasks that no one ever wants to do, Kupo? Oh dear, the horn! Bring out the horn, quickly now! We blow on this wondrous instrument whenever we wish to speak with the Great Worm, Kupo. We haven't perhaps been treating it with the care he deserves of late, and I think Mogan may have sat on it, so we need some time for cleaning and polishing and straightening. No lasting harm done, though. Now, you need simply head to Zenith, the worm's dwelling to the west, and give the horn a good toot. We are in your debt, Chieftain. Thanks to your noble gift, we shall finally have a chance to plead our case to Heavensward. Very possibly, yes, but I wouldn't get my hopes up too high, Kupo. The old worm isn't terribly fond of, Your concern is appreciated, but I'm quite certain that Heavensward will welcome our overtures. Should we ever arrive at his lair, come, we've squandered enough time already. Chieftain Moglin, we thank you for your gracious hospitality. Though we must soon take our leave, I pray that we may continue to nurture the shoots of this new-sprung friendship twixt earth and sky. Of course, Kupo. Visit us whenever you wish. Consider Mogholm your home amongst the clouds. Thanks, Chief.
Thanks for the help, Kupo. I doubt I would ever have found time for all those rotten chores. Hey, it wasn't my idea. If the chieftain had spent a little less time sitting about and a little more time chieftaning, things would have never gotten so messy in the first place. And he was the one who sat on the horn, by the way. But now all the errands are done and the horn's fixed, so all's well that ends well, eh, Kupo?
Mogin is ready to lead you out of Mogholm. Leaving Mogholm.
Well, I expect you're eager to be on your way. Did I mention your friend was looking for you, Kupo? If not, Alfino's looking for you. I'll be waiting just outside, stretching my wings. Let me know when you're ready to depart.
To the best of my knowledge, we have all that we need for our trip to Zenith, and I believe the Elder Seedseer and her retinue will soon be making the journey back to Gridania. It would be remiss of us, I think, not to convey our gratitude to them prior to going our separate ways. Shall we? Alfino, Crimson, I do humbly thank you for what has been a most enlightening experience. Were it not for your pioneering spirit, the existence of these Moogles might never have been revealed to us. 'Tis we who should be thankful, Elder Seedseer. Were it not for your timely diplomacy, they would never have chosen to reveal themselves at all. And 'twas your presence, Kuplo Kop, that ultimately won us their trust. It must have taken great courage to leave the sanctuary of the Twelves Wood, and we are exceedingly glad that you did.
It was my pleasure, Kupo. I've made so many new friends and have so many fantastic tales to tell my kinsmoogles back home.
And it is to our home that we must now return. May you ever walk in the light of the crystal, my friends. Safe journey, Elder Seedseer. We too must be on our way. Hraesvelgr awaits. Warrior of Light, pray attend closely to your companion, Sir Estinian. Beneath the stoical facade, a storm of anguish seethes unseen. That place looks awesome. Look over there. That's crazy. Yeah, there's some really cool sights up here. I like it. I like it.
Have you said your goodbyes and dabbed away your tears, Kupo? Then we are indeed ready to go.
Mogin has volunteered to lead you to Zenith, the road to Zenith.
As Chieftain Moglin already explained, the shiny instrument we gave you is the best means of grabbing Hraesvelgr's attention. I'll come along and show you the way to Zenith. That's the big palace where you need to blow the horn. First things first, though, we need to make for Asa. Oh, and watch out for rampaging dragons. Maybe that should have been the first thing, Kupo.
Alright, defeat enemies on the path to Asa. Alright, Crimson Knights, I want to get some more water. I also want to make some tea. The voice acting is fun, but it kills my voice. All right, so I'm gonna go make some tea, get some water. I'll be right back, Crimson Knights. This is a good time to grab yourself a snack, use the restroom, do what you need to do. All right? The real question is, I know you guys are watching on your phone. So the real question is, how many of you are watching while you're on the toilet? You know what? Don't answer that. Don't answer that. I'll be right back. All right, Crimson Knights, thank you for your patience. I am back. Got a little bit of honey ginger tea. Now let's get on the road to Zenith. All right, so let's look. We gotta just head up here. So we've already actually been up that direction. Now we'll just head up that direction again. The Hropkin. All right, let's try it. Let's try it for funsies. Wait, what? My level's not synced. What? What is happening? So now I'm synced again to level 58. It said I am. I don't want to pull two of these things at the same time, because then I might die. I gotta kill a lot of these. We're about halfway. I feel like we're making pretty good time, so I'm feeling good about this right now. We got kind of stalled when we accidentally aggroed that other enemy that wasn't in the Fate. So that didn't help, but I think we're doing pretty good right now. I guess in order to stay with the Fate, you gotta stay inside the zone of the Fate. But the idea with the Fate is you sync your level to the level of the Fate, and then you should get, you know, decent XP from it. But we'll see. It'll be interesting to see what kind of XP we do get from this. We basically synced down 10 levels below our current level. We still got 5 minutes left. We're looking good. Oh. Except that we aggroed this thing. That's annoying. This thing could give us some trouble. Had to heal. Had to do a second wind. Oh, good. Now we aggroed one of these guys. I need to kill him, but also it'd be nice if I could have healed a little bit before we had to fight him. All right, let's see if we can heal up a little bit. I think we've only got to kill like one more of these things. A Hropkin. All right, we did it. So we got 310 storm seals, 11,000 experience, but basically it's the storm seals, I guess, that we got. All right, let's keep it moving. We did it for the storm seals. I have to get back and remember, like, what the deal with storm seals is and all that kind of stuff. I don't remember, like, a lot about the game. Like, I know that there's different things that we could be working on, you know, but we've just been, since coming back, we've just been really focused on the main story. We haven't even been doing side quests or anything, so. Moss Dragon and an Ice Dragon in waiting. Fortunately, they are weak. Alright. Took them out. Now we got some dragon blood on us. We got some dragon blood on our hands. This almost reminds me of like an Elden Ring type of landscape right here. Another big fat dragon we gotta take on here. Oh shoot. We got flanked. Clever girls. Alright, not bad though. We're still over leveled for these missions. Not complaining about that. And we got all our upgraded gear, which is nice. We're a lot stronger than we were before. All right, so this palace that we were admiring from afar is unsurprisingly exactly where we're going. This is Asa, part of the great worm Heavensward's domain. Nidhogg's meddlesome minions would like nothing more than to burn it down to rubble, so I must always remain diligent in my lookout duties, Kupo. Let's go grab this ether current. Crimson Wife has texted me. That's a good question. All right, Morgan. Things were a bit bitey for a while there, but I think we've arrived in one piece, Kupo. I wonder what has the dragon so awfully snappy. I mean, the bad ones are always bad, but they seem worse than usual. Gladiator. Dark Knights. All right, all those things. All right, we'll grab the titanium mail of fending. Waiting for the wind to change. Morgan seems fretful about the weather. We may have a small problem, Kupo. When the winds are high like this, Heavensward invariably abandons his lofty perch and heads to the lands below to hunt. If you try blowing the horn now, I doubt he'd hear it. I suggest we stop the clearing up ahead and rest until the wind dies down. Alright, so that's Asa. Now where are we going? We're going all the way down here. Just waiting on the world to change. Mouthing off Moogle. No, I'm not joining this one. I'm not joining this one. This should do nicely, Kupo. The winds will likely have died down by tomorrow, but until then, we might as well make ourselves comfortable. If we must interrupt our journey so close to its end, I suppose this place is as good as any. And mayhap a brief respite from the hardships of the road will help to clear our minds in readiness for the coming parley. Very well then, I believe a campfire is in order. Leave the gathering of fuel to me. I acquired a keen nose for firewood during my time in the frozen wastes of Querthus. Clear our minds? 'Tis Master Alfino whose mind needs clearing. The thought of meeting a great worm in the flesh has befuddled the boy. Did you see him stroll away as if these ruins were not crawling with deadly beasts? Follow him, Crimson, and see that the wildlife does not make a meal of our young friend. We'll have the camp ready by the time you return. The heck, he wandered off all the way over there? Dude. Why'd he wander off so much? I guess I really didn't need to go this way. I guess I really didn't need to go this way. I like this kind of ambient music. I like it. Oh gosh. Okay. So, of course, the direction that I chose would have me fall to my death. Should I try to drop down there? So that was a nice little waste of time. It was not a shortcut. Mugosh, the misbehaving. Oh! Melia Matron. Okay, now we have a Sky Lord in the mix, huh? Defeat threatening monsters to the west of Alphino's location. Okay, so here's Alphino. Let's see what Alphino says. Leave the firewood to me. I guess he didn't wander that far, but still. Come on, man. Alright, now let's return back. Go back to Estinian. Dude, he better not... Estinian better not get the firewood too, though, because then Alphino's gonna be upset. I see I was right to worry about the boy's safety. Once Alphino returns with the wood, we can see about supper. The Ice Queens filled a pot with what looked like stew ingredients ready for the fire. Alright, good. You didn't take his job away from him. See, this Dragoon's armor is awesome. It's like the Crimson Doggo. Few things compare to the simple pleasure of sitting beside a crackling campfire of one's own making. Ha! So speaks the great explorer. Until recently, you wouldn't have recognized firewood if it came with kindling and a flint. 'Tis well you instructed me so patiently then, but yes, left to my own devices, I would have been compelled to signal to Isael with a pile of damp leaves. I was born the pampered son of a Charlayan dignitary, and alongside my twin became the youngest student ever to be accepted into the studium. How proud I was to match wits with scholars and philosophers, how ignorant of mine own shortcomings, that hubris invited manipulation and betrayal, and led to the downfall of the Scions. All of us are guilty of similar ignorance. How many men lay down their lives never knowing what it is they fight for, never questioning that which they have been taught to believe? It was only upon meeting Hraesvelgr that I learned the truth hidden within our history. Were it not for that chance encounter, I would never have vowed to tear down the Holy See and expunge the falsehoods with which it fans the flames of conflict. I would have lived and died in ignorance. That the truth has driven me to do terrible things I cannot deny, but I would rather sin in the pursuit of peace than imagine myself virtuous for perpetuating a needless war. This journey's taught me anything, it's the importance and difficulty of holding on to one's convictions in the face of failure, of striving always to replace one's ignorance with knowledge. You're well on your way, Master Alphino. At your age, I was but a fool swinging a spear, with scarcely a thought in my head. Even now, I struggle to acknowledge the misconceptions under which I have labored. Sitting here amongst these grand ruins, how can I deny that man and dragon once lived in peace? But for all that such an age existed, we're now in a time of war. Nidhogg killed my family, and no quirk of history will exonerate him. I may be ignorant of how the Dragon Song War began, but if we do not put an end to this conflict now, I can say for a certainty that it will only breed more vengeful souls such as mine. In my hands resides the power to vanquish a great worm. If Ishgard's survival rests on me wielding that power, I will slay Nidhogg myself, orders or no. Estinian, you gave your word. My word is contingent upon the success of our parley. Show me the strength of your convictions, Lady Iceheart. Convince Hraesvelgr of the righteousness of your cause. Doubt not but that I shall, Dragoon. Well, winds willing, we shall have our answers on the morrow. Let us sleep now and face our fate with the rising of the sun. Waiting for the wind to change. Alright, what can we get? Damalskin Jacket of Aiming. Robe of Healing. Robe of Casting. What is a DNC? It's like Archer, Bard. All right, let me look this up. Dancer. Dancer. All right. MCH. What's that? Machinist. Use guns as their main weapon. Range damage. I don't know. I might just go with the casting. So I could be like a red mage or something. Mount speed in the churning mists has increased. Okay. Cool. Heart of Ice. Morgan is gazing meaningfully at the path to Zenith. The campfire was so cozy. I must have fallen asleep, Kupo. But do you feel how the winds have shifted? They will have borne Raysvelger back to the skies above Zenith. I'm sure of it. This is your chance to climb to the highest floor of the palace and summon him with a toot of that shiny horn. So, I'll be heading back now, if that's all the same to you. Good luck, Kupo. It was nice knowing you. These guys are hilarious. I love them. I love the Moogles. All right. So, seems like we got to go all the way to the top of that tower, maybe? Where we're headed? To Zenith. All right, we'll have to attune Zenith. There it is, right up in front of us. Perfect. We'll tune that. Unlock fast travel for ourselves. That is a tall tower. All right. We are attuned, Crimson Knights. I still like how Midgardsormr is just sitting on my shoulder like a parakeet or something. All right, gotta go attune this ether current. How's he doing all that? I'm making a whole song with that horn. Mortals, why do you disturb my solitude? Sheesh. Alright, here he comes, here he comes.
Velga.
Thou speakest the name of a creature, but that but awaiteth the release of oblivion. Leave me.
By the 12. Mine ears hear the tongue of dragons, yet the meaning rings clear within my mind. How can that be?
That's some crazy magic, Alfino.
Racevelga, do you not remember me? 'Twas I whom you found in Dravania. I who glimpsed the truth. The truth about your past. About Shiva.
Do not speak her name, mortal.
But speak it I must. I have summoned Shiva's soul from the beyond and offered myself as her vessel. She has made her heart known to me.
Foolish girl, thinkest thou my beloved spirit hath descended from the heavens? That the secrets of her heart are thine to know?
I have surrendered mine to her. Do you not see, my love? I am Shiva reborn.
Gullible fool. The light but illuminated the past for thee. It did not grant thee omniscience. The spirit thou hast summoned belongeth not to Shiva. 'Tis but a shade conjured by thine own fancy. In an age long past, mine own kin were guilty of like folly. Beguiled by the Dark One's lies, they attempted to resurrect a king amongst worms. Yet the divinity they called forth merely borrowed the semblance of my fallen brood brother. Such gods are not summoned, but created. Phantoms spun from the threads of misplaced faith.
Then the spirit that answered me.
Was but thy dream of Shiva. Thy soul hath been corrupted by a deity of thine own making, child. Like, what?
Be that as it may, Lord Hraesvelga, Izel's desire to heal the rift between man and dragon is real, and it has borne us this far. We would spare both our kind and yours the ravages of this senseless war. Pray join your voice to ours in a call for peace and forgiveness.
The tale of thy kind is one of avarice, treachery, and death, and thou wouldst speak to me of peace? Hark thee, mortal, to the naked truth, then tell me thou deservest forgiveness. 1200 years ago, my beloved Shiva's sacrifice served to bring an end to the war twixt man and dragon, paving the way for an age of peace and cooperation. 2 centuries of harmony were to follow, during which time the Elysian learned much about us, not least that the eyes of a great worm are the wellspring of his strength. 'Twas out of the selfish desire to possess this strength that King Thordan then conspired to undo all that our peoples had achieved together. With the aid of his leal knights, that most noble of Elizin lured my brood sister Radatasker into an ambush and took from her that which he craved. Fain would I strike the image from my mind, yet still the scene doth linger, of my brood sister's tattered corpse defiled by her Elizin allies. They had torn out her eyes and feasted upon them in the manner of wild beasts. Yet that was not all, for from their bloody banquet the fiends had gained strength beyond that of mortal men. Even now I labor to comprehend the enormity of their betrayal. Nidhogg was the first to learn of the atrocity, and he took to the skies, hungry for vengeance. But though he slew Thordan and some few of his knights, their fellow butchers knew only too well where to aim their spears, and with now practiced savagery they set about my brood brother, sending him flailing from the field. Such is the truth the Holy See would keep hidden. Such was the beginning of the Dragon Song War. 'Tis a song my kind shall ne'er forget, e'en should 10,000 years pass, and Ishgard crumble into dust.
Your tale bears scant resemblance to the one I was taught. How convenient that it should absolve your kind of all responsibility. But tell me, Dragon, why should I believe your version of events?
What thou choosest to believe is immaterial. The betrayal that yet haunts mine every waking moment is no less than the truth to my kind. And Nidhogg meaneth for Thordan's people to suffer for this sin till the end of days. That which thou imaginest a war of extinction is but a punishment, a siege of the spirit. Hast thou not seen those who tire of the torment, those who abandon their own and side with dragonkind?
Ishgard's so-called heretics.
Know that all the traitor's progeny bear a trace of Radatasker's essence, but a single sip of our blood is enough to awaken it.
Then the seed lies within us.
'Tis for this reason that those who abandon their loyalties are rewarded with a drink, and thus are they transformed, to join the ranks of Nidhogg's ever-growing army as newborn dragons. One by one, through death or defection, my brood brothers shall account for all of the betrayer's children.
Ye gods, I have borne witness to such a transformation. Looked on as a heretic assumed the shape of a dragon. I imagined it some manner of Dravanian enchantment. But if any Ishgardian, regardless of allegiance, has such potential within them, 12 forgive us. To think of all the dragons we've slain!
Yikes. There will always be some, of course, who choose to fight until the bitter end, like thee, Dragu. But struggle as thou might, thy youthful vigor will be spent ere thou reachest 210, and Nidhogg shall remain to torment thine offspring.
Oft have I wondered why Nidhogg did not simply raze Ishgard to the ground. Now I have my answer. He has no intention of winning the Dragonsong War, for it is no war at all. but vengeance. An eternal requiem sung for his murdered sister.
Thou hast the right of it, Dragon Slayer. Comprehendest thou now the futility of thy quest?
I have not come this far only to admit defeat. We can still return the eye to Nidhogg and beg forgiveness for our ancestors' crimes. Mayhap our words will sway him.
Stubborn child, thou thinkest in mortal terms. Our perception of time is too broad for thee to grasp. 'Tis a simple matter for thee to offer thine apologies. Thou didst not perpetrate the crime. Despite thy visions, the deeds of history seem distant to thee. For a worm such as Nidhogg, however, that history is yet part of his present, as fresh as the blood that did gush from Ratatasker's wounds. How could he not be driven mad? 'Tis only by the calming embrace of Shiva's soul that mine own fury hath not consumed me. But let us speak no more of what is done. My faith in your kind is spent, and I would be alone. Well, I would say that didn't go super well. Hraesvelgr was every bit as awe-inspiring as I imagined. His voice fairly dripped with power, the will behind his words so undeniable that it transcended my ignorance of the dragon's tongue. It's but a pity that I misliked what he said. So far did we travel, even under the very heavens themselves, only to be dismissed like unruly children. And far from mitigating this humiliation, the hidden truths we've learned serve only to prove that our grand mission of peace was destined to fail from the first. Nothing will deter Nidhogg from his course. The Worm's Lair. Alfino is considering your party's next course of action.
Well, what do you propose we do now? I, for one, am intent on continuing to the east.
What is there to be found in the east?
Nidhogg's lair, the Eyrie, is said to lie in that direction. And the eye tells me he is near.
You cannot still mean to slay him.
You cannot still mean to stop me. I have been true to my word, and aided you in this fool's errand with Hraesvelgr. But your efforts at parley have come to naught, Lady Iceheart. I would see Ishgard saved, and for that, Nidhogg must die.
With the tale of our ancestors' vile betrayal yet ringing in your ears, you speak of continuing this war?
Nay, lady. I would but pierce its vengeful heart. When Nidhogg dies, this war shall die with him.
A moment, Estinian. You yourself spoke of the Great Worm's strength, that you believed him powerful enough to raise your city to the ground. How then are we few to challenge him? Even behind the stout walls of Ishgard, with an army of knights manning the defenses, our victory would be hard won. Yet you propose to contend with the beast in his own lair.
In close combat, this will afford us an advantage. And if the tales are true, the Warrior of Light has bested many an invincible foe. but such speculation is meaningless if we cannot even find the worm. Our first task must be to seek out Nidhogg's lair.
The story of this nation grows bloodier by the moment. Must death always be answered with more of the same?
Such is the way of things, I fear. I shall consider it a miracle if mine armor is not stained crimson ere this conflict is ended.
My armor's always crimson. Like, somebody call me?
That I should be blinded by my own lies. Everything I believed, everything I thought I was, gone. All gone.
Leave her. Your words will not reach her now. And we have not the time to wait for her to gather up the pieces of her shattered faith.
I wouldn't say Estinian's someone you really want to be taking a lot of advice from.
What false god is the Shiva? What manner of phantom have I welcomed into my heart?
All right. All right, Crimson Knights. I think this is going to be a good stopping point for tonight. Starting to feel a bit tired, and I want to make sure I go into the week rested off of this 3-day weekend. So I'm going to call it here. As usual, I will plan to be back on Wednesday at night. And I imagine we'll just pick up right where we left off, playing some more Final Fantasy XIV. So I hope you guys have a good day tomorrow. Again, you know, I don't know. You don't really say happy Memorial Day, but I hope that everyone had a good Memorial Day weekend. Thank you for joining the stream. Thanks for liking the video and being subscribed, joined, followed on the channel on YouTube and on Twitch. Have a good night, and I'll see you on Wednesday night, Crimson Knights. Till then, appreciate you.